German luxury cars, the automotive equivalent of ordering a $200 steak and then discovering the restaurant charges extra for the forks. They're fast, they're beautiful, they're packed with technology, and occasionally they're engineered with the same long-term durability as a chocolate teapot. Today, we're counting down 7 German luxury cars that became infamous for catastrophic engine failures, transmission disasters, recalls, repair bills that have caused grown men to suddenly develop an interest in public transportation. So grab your favorite beverage, hide your bank statements. Let's begin. Starting our list is the Audi A8, a car so technologically advanced for its time that even Audi technicians occasionally looked at it and said, well, that's unfortunate. The major villain here, the timing chain system. Now, normally timing chains are supposed to last the life of the engine. Audi interpreted this as, well, that seems like an option. The chains were mounted at the rear of the engine, which sounds innocent until you realize replacing them often requires removing the engine. The whole thing. Not a cover, not a bracket, the engine. Because apparently Audi wanted mechanics to experience the full emotional journey. Common failures like timing chain guide wear, timing chain tensioner failure, and oil consumption issues up the yang. Air suspension failures and electronic glitches enough to choke a horse. Typical costs, timing chain repairs $5,000 to $10,000, air suspension system $2,000 to $6,000, and the engine replacement in severe cases up to $20,000. Imagine hearing a rattling noise at startup. That's not your chain. That's your savings account screaming for mercy. The next one is the car enthusiasts love the N54. Tuners love the N54, BMWs love the N54, and mechanics do too, because it paid for the children's college tuition. BMW's N54 engine was a performance masterpiece. Reliability masterpiece? Not exactly. High pressure fuel pump issues, turbocharged wastegate rattle, injector failures, and carbon buildup. BMW was forced into recalls and warranty extensions due to widespread fuel pump issues. Owners would be cruising down the highway when suddenly the car entered limp mode. Nothing sends luxury like a dashboard warning light brighter than your future. Fuel pump replacement, $1,000 to $2,000, injectors up to $4,000, and turbos can cost you $5,000, $6,000, $7,000. Water pumps, $1,000 to $2,000 as well. The N54 is one of the strangest ownership experiences in automotive history. You buy it because it's fast, then you spend years repairing it. Then you tell everyone it's worth it, which is basically the automotive Stockholm syndrome. Number 5 is W220 Mercedes S-Class. That's right, this represented the peak of luxury. Unfortunately, it also represented the peak of Mercedes experimenting with how many expensive systems could fail simultaneously. Common issues like the airmatic suspension, you'd blow out, the ass would be sagging on the ground, SBC, brake system failures, transmission conductor plate troubles, and the famous electrical gremlins. Rust? Pfft, absolutely. Let's talk suspension. Mercedes equipped this flagship with the Air Ride. Of course, when functioning, it rides like a cloud. When failing, it rides like a shopping cart falling down a staircase. Airmatic repairs, $2,000 to $8,000. SBC brake system repairs, $1,500 to $3,500, and the transmission problems can top $5,000. Every warning light eventually comes on. Some owners are considering it a feature. At least you know the bulbs work.
If cars mean more to you than just basic mode of transportation, and you want to join a community that actually cares about the fun driving experience, Exotic Car Play Place. Grab your merch just like this right down below. Click and link. You're good to go.
The next one, of course, is our favorite. It's 2011 to 14 BMW 550 with the N63. You thought the N54 was problematic? The N63 said, hold my beer. Oil consumption, timing change stretch, valve guide seal failure, injector failures. They introduced another extensive customer care and service campaign addressing multiple recurring defects. That's generally not something manufacturers do for fun. Valve stem seals, $4,000 to $8,000. Timing chain repairs up to $10,000. Turbo replacement up to $12,000 because there's 2 of them in the Hot V. And engine replacement could top $25,000. Some owners reported carrying extra oil in the trunk, not because they wanted to. At one point, topping off fluids became less maintenance and more of a recurring subscription service. The next one, of course, is the 2001 to 06 Audi Allroad with the 2.7. Yeah, this was marked as a luxury wagon that could go everywhere, do anything, and eventually it kind of did, usually on the back of a tow truck. Common problems, air suspension, turbo failures, transmission woes, and oil leaks, just to top a few issues. Electrical gremlins, you betcha. The air suspension became legendary, and not in a good way. Many owners eventually converted the suspension to traditional springs simply to stop the financial bleeding. Typical costs, air ride, $2,500 to $6,000. I did that on our X535D. I just went with coils because it was just too problematic. Turbo Turbos, when they go up to $8,000, and transmission rebuilds $5,000–$6,000. Audi engineers apparently asked, what if every major system had commitment issues? The next one in line is another big problem vehicle, the ML350 diesel. That's right, the Blue Tech. From 06 to 2012, this is a luxury diesel SUVs were supposed to be efficient, durable, and long-lasting, and there was a time when Mercedes-Benz diesels did. They're not anymore, and the ML350 Blue Tech was clearly a problematic vehicle. With the diesel emission system failures, DEF system problems, intake manifold failures, oil cooler leaks, turbocharger blowing out, there's no shortage of issues. Notorious for expensive failures, and ultimately, these systems are interconnected. Intake manifold repairs up to $5,000, oil cooler sealers might cost you $4,000, and emissions repairs up to $8,000. Turbo repairs, $7,000, you know it. Nothing says premium ownership like receiving a warning message that requires 3 diagnostic computers and a small business loan to understand. The next one, guess what? BMW, the 745, the 750, the final boss of questionable German luxury ownership is the E65 7 Series. This vehicle's introduced revolutionary technology. It also introduced mechanics to stress-induced eye twitching and common problems like valve stem seal failures, coolant transfer pipe leaks, electronic module failures, and transmission woes. iDrive system, they were glitchy, problematic, and just difficult to use. The coolant transfer pipe across the top, especially notorious for repairing if required. Very expensive labor. Coolant pipe repairs, $8,000. Valve stem seals because they would burn oil, up to $10,000. Transmission repairs if they failed, $5,000–$6,000. And major electronic troubleshooting at $220 an hour shop rate, it's going to cost you big time. E65 had enough computers to qualify as a small IT department. Unfortunately, it crashed like one too. You don't own an E65, you manage it. Now, to be fair, every vehicle on this list has dedicated fans, so hang on. Many owners absolutely love these vehicles, and when they're working properly, these cars can deliver incredible performance. The problem is getting to that magical state, so before buying any aging German luxury vehicle, get a pre-purchase inspection. Read the reliability reports, watch Exotic Car Play Place, and of course, review those maintenance records. And if the seller says it only needs a small fix, run. Not because they're lying, because nobody actually knows how expensive that sentence is about to become. Check out my latest new car addition to the fleet that made the Benz go away. And again, as always, everybody, hope you have a wonderful day, and we'll see you on the flip side. Catch you then. Bye-bye.